Hi guys, Chris here with Super Savvy Travelers. Hey, today I'm here with an answer or several answers to the age-old question, will Italy make me fat? And I know that's on everybody's mind, or a lot of people's minds, when they go to Italy. Like, am I going to be stuck with the bitter aftertaste of losing 10 pounds after going face first into all of the great food that Italy has to offer? So I have some myths, tips and tricks for you to avoid that awful fate and still really enjoy your trip to Italy. So the first thing that I wanted to go over is the myth that, every meal is going to be all the different parts. The antipasti, which is like the cured meats, the cheeses, all my favorite stuff, little fried things that are so good. Oh, everything on antipasti is so good. Olives, I love it. Bruschetta and stuff like that, so good. And then the primi, which is like your rice dishes or your pasta dishes. Then you've got secondi, which is your meat, fish, chicken, that kind of stuff. Pork, very big over there. Then you've got the dolce, which is desserts. Oh. Then you've got the liqueurs after the dessert dish, where they bring out everything. Down south, it's limoncello, which, if you remember lemon heads when you were a kid, it tastes like lemon heads, so good. They have chocolate liqueurs. Most of the time, they're going to bring out an Amaro. Amaro is a bitter, really nice liqueur that really settles everything. It kind of lays down, it kind of goes in the cracks of all the food and settles it all in so nicely for digestion. And sometimes there's a licorizia, various different, whatever has a flavor, they kind of make it into a liqueur there, which is really, really nice. There's a lot of opportunities. So the idea is so many times that you're going to go there and every meal is going to be all of those things, and it's not. You can order any one of those things, or a couple of them or whatever. The antipasti, I love antipasti, and so many times I just go, look, I'm only going to have antipasti, and usually I'll get antipasti della casa or something like that gives you a little taste everything kind of thing. Let me warn you though, there is a thing that I ran into in one of the restaurants in Scalea, and sometimes you're going to find it. It's called assaggia tutto. When they say that, they mean taste everything, which means they're just going to keep bringing stuff out and you're going to pay for every dish. One time I did this, and they were quite assertive, let's say, about bringing it out. I had no regrets because this was one of the best restaurants I've ever been to, but the bill was huge. So understand, assaggia tutto means taste everything. They're going to bring everything out. At one point, we were out to dinner with Antonello, the architect, right? And they kept bringing stuff out. We already had our pasta. We already had our secondi. We already had everything. And they came out with this big plate of these fried things, and Antonello slammed his hands on the table, and he goes, "Basta! Don't bring out any more food." I thought it was so funny. I was going to lose it because it really was quite something. I'll say we ate really well that night, but be aware because it's not cheap, and you're going to walk out of there like too full. So assaggia tutto, very important that you understand. Now, another strategy that we have, Pete and I, which is so great, you can divide things, you can split things. One of the things like Pete and I like to do, we like to choose a pasta because we love pasta. And when you're in Italy, there's so many different kinds, and each region has something else. And, if you're not like gluten-free or total keto or whatever, you can do yourself a disservice by avoiding pasta altogether. So we split one. And then we'll split a secondo, and we'll split a dessert. We don't usually do the aperitivi because we're driving or whatever, but that is a good way to have a real full meal, and then have half the calories that you would normally have if you ate all of that stuff. And then you don't feel so full and icky afterwards. So that's a really good thing. If you just say dividiamo, they'll give you 2 forks. Now, another thing that seems relatively new, especially down south, is doggy bags. Now, don't call it a doggy bag. I think that might be offensive to them. But what you can say, after you've finished eating as much as you want to eat, you go portare a casa, and put a little question mark in your eyebrow. Portare a casa, they go, oh, and they'll wrap it up for you so you can take it with you. Now, initially, when we were in southern Italy, like 15 years ago, that was totally foreign to them. But there have been enough Americans and foreigners coming in that actually do that. And now they seem happy about it because you're not going to waste all this beautiful food that they took the time to give you. Plus, they know when you come in, because I like to try everything, not assaggia tutto, but I like to try a lot of different things. So I will order the big antipasto plate, and I might order a big secondo because I need a big shot of protein, and then take half of each one home later for dinner. They know they're going to sell you more if they package it up for you. So that's another nice thing about how things have changed in Italy. Now, another strategy, if you're really worried about it, is the insalatoni, which I've seen come, creeping its way in when Americans and other foreigners come into certain areas. Insalatoni just means giant salad. And they are giant. They're not side salads. I made that mistake and ordered an insalatoni and then another dish, and I was just like, oh, that was way too much. A lot of times it's like a meal. They'll have mozzarella di bufala in it. Oh, so good. And they'll have prosciutto and corn, all kinds of stuff. I mean, you can get all kinds of different insalatoni, but insalatoni means big salad. Another thing is you can start looking for other dishes. There's one in Scalea called freselle, which is like a little half of a bun or something that's very crispy and hard. It's got a hole in the middle. And what they do is they layer it with all my favorite antipasti stuff, the formaggio, the prosciutto, even some melon and fruit and some nuts and some raisins. Oh, it's so good. And it's called freselle. So look for dishes like that. You might be surprised what you find that you can actually eat without guilt, without gaining weight, still give you the power and energy to power through your tours of the Talau Tower and all the various castles and things over there. There's a lot of ways to go about it. These are just a few, but I hope that helps clarify a little bit, makes it a little more manageable, a little more bite-sized for you to go over there and avoid putting on a ton of weight. There's nothing better than going home, getting on the scale and going, look, I weigh the same as when I left. That hardly ever happens for me, but it's very nice when it does. Take care.